Good morning, students. Today we shall discuss Gauss divergence theorem. Gauss divergence theorem gives a relation between surface integral and volume integral. In this sense, surface integral can be converted into volume integral and volume integral can be converted into surface integral. In mathematically, you can write surface integral, closed surface integral f dot n cap ds is equal to volume integral v del dot f dv. Yes, del dot f dv means divergence of a vector field multiplied by value, and in left hand side f dot n cap ds. So n cap ds is a unit vector, isn't it? Unit vector into area, that gives vector f dot ds. So this is mathematical way. Surface integral is equal to volume integral and volume integral is equal to surface integral. Now in statement wise, how to write the statement? So before going to write the statement, one must understand what is the surface integral of the vector field, that is f dot ds, then volume integral of divergence of the vector field multiplied by the volume. So we just focus on left side, that is surface integral f dot n cap ds. So n cap ds or ds cap n is equal to ds, that is the surface vector, isn't it? Area vector, isn't it? So f dot ds. So surface integral f dot ds gives what? You know, that gives the total flux over the closed surface. Of course, you have studied in PUC second year. Electric flux means if surface integral of the electric field you call electric flux, surface integral of magnetic field you call magnetic flux. So f dot ds gives the total flux over the closed surface. If you write E dot S means total electric flux over the enclosed surface. You are studied in 12th standard, that is the statement of Gauss theorem, isn't it? Now, in order to understand this Gauss divergence theorem, you should take a three-dimensional object, that is, this is three-dimensional object, and it is placed in the vector field. It is placed in the vector field, isn't it? The arrow represents the vector field. And this three-dimensional object, is it? In order to understand the Gauss divergence theorem, this three-dimensional object, first consider three-dimensional closed object, closed surface. The first condition is not open surface. This is the closed surface. Yes. And the second point is, one is closed surface, second one is this closed surface enclosed by the infinite decimal volumes, small volumes, isn't it? It consists of volumes. Means here the first case is, this is a closed surface, number one, closed surface. Number two, it consists of volumes. So as I said, f dot ds, that is the means flux, total flux, isn't it? See, in this surface, you consider the first surface. This is the surface, isn't it? So this surface is a consist of small elements. Yes, this is a small element Yes, infinitesimal area ds, and this is the vector f, and this is the unit vector, isn't it? N cap. This is the f, isn't it? So the flux means lines of force passing through this area, isn't it? That is the flux. That is f dot ds. F dot ds gives what? The flux flowing through this surface, that is the ds area. Suppose this surface is made up of small infinitesimal elements like this, isn't it? So it is made up of small elements, isn't it? In order to get total flux over the closed surface, in order to get the total flux over the closed surface, means it is a summation of flux over this area. You call ds, ds1, ds2, ds3, isn't it? Your summation gives what? Total flux. So if you want to get the total flux, you should integrate. You should add summation of all these elements, isn't it? That gives total flux. Total flux means the surface integral over the closed surface. The surface integral over the closed surface, that gives the total flux. F dot ds. I hope you understand. Surface integral gives the total flux. Means if you get the summation or you get the integrate, that gives the total flux over the closed surface. That is the total flux. Next, right hand side. Right hand side is volume integral. Volume integral del dot f dv. Of course, see here, this inside the surface, you consider possible points, divergence at all these points, isn't it? So you take here infinitesimal area, that is dv1. This is the dv1. So here the field enters at one side and field leaves another side, means the divergence of the field, divergence, isn't it? So the net flow, you consider this, the net flow diverging per second, net flow diverging per second, that gives what you call delta f. That gives the delta f, net flow diverging per second per volume, per unit volume. Net flow per second per unit volume, that is delta f, delta dot f into d1. Similarly, this surface is made up of, yes, number of volumes. You say dv1, dv2, dv3, dv4, isn't it? So the total divergence, net diverging per second per volume, means you should add, that is summation of dv1, dv2, dv, like this, isn't it? So that the summation, that is called volume integral. Volume integral divergence of the vector field multiplied by the volume, that gives the total flux. That gives the total flux. So you may write total flux is equal to volume integral del dot f dv, that you call equation 2. So equation 1, the surface integral over the closed surface is equal to the volume integral, divergence of the vector field. That is the Gauss divergence theorem. I will state this statement. Carefully listen. The surface integral of a normal component of a vector field f taken over a closed surface S enclosing volume V is equal to the volume integral of the divergence of the given vector field f taken over the volume closed by the same surface S. In the sense, the surface integral of the vector field is equal to volume integral divergence of the vector field multiplied the volume. So this is the Gauss divergence theorem. Means surface integral is equal to volume integral. Means total flux over the closed surface is equal to the total divergence over the volume. That is the Gauss divergence theorem. You see, in non-diverging case, so here this is of course what you call three-dimensional object placed in the which field? In the uniform vector field. So there is no diverging, no converging, isn't it? Yes. So you consider this closed surface. Yes. What is the flux? What is the flux over the closed surface is equal to what? So here unit vector in this direction and flux is moving in this direction. So naturally this is the negative flux and this is the positive flux. So the total flux over the closed surface is equal to what? Almost zero total flux, because this is the uniform vector field, isn't it? Then question of divergency at all possible points, isn't it? All possible points. So this is the uniform vector field is there. So whatever the field enters and leaves is divergence is zero. So the volume integral of the 0 is a 0, isn't it? So here total flux is 0 and diverging is also 0. Yes. You take another case, diverging case. Here non-uniform vector field means here in three-dimensional object the field enters, isn't it? Yes. And here the field leaves. This is the negative flux, this is the positive flux. So what is the total flux? Total flux is positive, and divergence of the vector field in this, it is a non-uniform vector field is. So incoming field, is it, enters the field is less and leaving the field is more. So naturally divergence is the positive divergence. So total flux is also positive and the divergence is also positive. So the Gauss divergence theorem tells us about the conversion of surface integral to volume integral. So please remember this statement, that is a surface integral f dot n cap ds is equal to volume integral del dot f multiplied with the volume dv. I hope you will understood this concept, that is the Gauss divergence theorem. Thank you.